All right, 99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You guys already know what time it is. And right here, we are actually live on the radio station airwaves. And we have a very special guest. We actually have an international interview this afternoon. It might be the afternoon here in Canada and North America, but it's nighttime, about 9 p.m. out there in England. And we actually have one third of the amazing punk rock trio. That's right. We got Jason Watson of Blame It on the Dog right here live on the radio station airwaves. How are you doing this evening? Or I should
I'm
say
good.
this afternoon as well.
Oh man, it's been a day. Yeah, it's all good. I a new job. I started work this morning at 5 o'clock. So you've seen me sipping coffee at 9 o'clock in the evening. But we're all good. I'm for the big.
I gotta say, thank you so much for this actually, making this interview work. I know when I first reached out, I didn't realize the significant time difference. I think when we first were speaking, it would have been like 4 a.m. your time. I'm like, man, I can't do that to them. Like, we got to make this earlier on. But I know you're a busy guy, Jason, so of course I'm not going to take you away from the rest of your Sunday evening too long. But I got to take you back to the year of 2001, where you three actually came together in Norwich, England. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us the story actually behind Blame It on the Dog, and of course, how did you guys actually originally meet and come together in the first place?
So the original drummer was Ollie Mills. I used to know him as a teen, and we formed a band together. Called the Nemo, which was quite a weird name. Written about and it was kind of like a grungy punk band. He was playing guitar, and we had a drummer called Spencer Ward. And then there was an advert we saw at the studio we rehearsed in called Noisebox. And it was from a guy called Matt, looking for a band to join. His influences were Green Day sort of opened the door for punk music, really. And we thought, yeah, let's fight along. So Ollie went and then introduced me. We just got on the house of the three of us, just started writing records.
And I gotta say as well, you guys have so much phenomenal chemistry. When you put on a Blame It on the Dog record, you definitely can tell how close you guys are actually as a band.
Yeah, thank you. The songs we do are pretty simple. Just try and do it as best we can. Whatever way to do it.
And also as well, April 1st of 2001, you guys actually released the amazing 10-track album titled Back to Drool. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about this album, and of course, looking back on it as well. And also, is it actually still available to be streamed or purchased today, 20 plus years later?
Yeah, it is. We had in 2021. That album had actually gone. It was the first album we ever recorded, and it was done on an absolute budget. We saved as much money as we could because we had to go to the studio. We was quite limited on time, so we just turned out what we could afford, and we wasn't really that happy about it. Sort of like years had passed, talking for a little bit, and when it there was a post about what was your favourite album and favourite albums. And one of our old friends actually posted it out. We was kind of like, oh my god, we forgot about this. And we started bombarding for whether he had digital copies. We all wanted to listen to it, and as a result, we all started speaking together again. And that's when we decided to make our new album. So, we released it kind of like I don't know, I guess.
And I know as well, you guys actually, you briefly just spoke about that, but in the year 2002, you guys actually split up and went your separate ways until you actually re-emerged just more than 19 years later in 2020. I was wondering, what actually ultimately made you guys decide to kind of, just go your separate ways? And of course, I know you just spoke about it, but also came together to reform this amazing punk rock trio, Blame It on the Dog.
I think we were just very young when we all wanted to do different things in our lives. So whether that's studying or I wanted to move away, and that just sort of progressed. Just continue as a band. And when we started, when we first found this album, and it sort of resonated a lot with us in a sentimental way, and we felt we had going to finish sort of unfinished business. A lot of fire left. I think when you sort of guitar for a bit, you come back, you've got a bigger hunger for it. I think, but that's how we felt. So not only sort of like did we want to release an album, but we just keep going until we'd done our bit.
And also as well, because obviously, you know, you guys had 19 years where, like, obviously you were performing, you were making music in 2000, 2001, 2002, and then obviously you didn't come back until, I believe, right around the pandemic area. So I was wondering if you can actually just tell us the difference that you noticed, obviously, with the punk rock community in your area back in the early 2000s, and then, of course, re-emerging back into the punk rock scene in 2020. Like, was there a significant change in the punk rock community? Like, was it hard for you guys to really adapt to the newer audience, I should say?
No, I don't think the punk rock community around here has somewhat, only in the sense that some fashions still style only about this, and you can still reach all. They're all still out there. You've got the social media and everything like that. And there is still a huge movement in this area and around the world.
And honestly, as well, I don't know from experience. I just know from stories that I heard from other bands, and just, you know, just being a punk rock fan myself, that I know out there in England and all of the United Kingdom, the punk rock community is just so huge. Like, I mean, you guys really love your punk rock out there. I know we do in Canada and the States, but we don't love it as much as you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. I don't know. It's probably something to do with the British spirit, I guess. I don't know whether it's some kind of Celtic fire. It's just punk music for me. It's really some form of adrenaline. I don't want to get stressed ever, because music is a way for me. It's been great in my life.
And also as well, on December 14th of 2021, you guys actually released the amazing 10-track album titled 3 Chairs for Armageddon. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about your most recently released album, and of course, where can we actually snag ourselves a hard copy of this particular record today, if there is any still available?
Yeah, we've still got copies of the CD. It's Apple and WreckingCrewRecords.com. You can find Wrecking Crew Records, not Wrecking Crew Records, Big Records. You can get a copy of that. So yeah, UK. They do buy copies there. But the album itself, it was a big sort of test for us. We weren't necessarily in a studio together. We was living in different locations. Digital work really was good for us. It was immense. We could record everything ourselves in the studio, ping everything back and forth digitally. We could film, we could do anything. Things have progressed greatly in that sense. And so the album was a cross between a couple of old songs that we felt could have done a bit better. Close to home, we read. That's always a favourite that we play live. And see if we could try and adapt to a new sound, which is a little bit more mature than what we used to be.
And I also saw as well that this album actually got released, and of course you guys are also signed to a Quebec, Canada record label by the name of Wrecking Crew Records. I was wondering, how did you guys actually get discovered by this particular Canadian label? And of course, what was it like just working alongside them for this particular release?
It was fantastic working alongside them. The head guy, John Hayes, he was very accommodating, really really cool. So it was a a big thing. Quite welcomed. And that was actually through band member. It's a Chilean band called Motive. I was talking to the guitarist called Trenzer, and he said, "Hey, I know the record label. Really good. I've just signed to them, so introduced me, and we just jumped ship. And it was a big help for us. It was a nice start when we did the new album."
And also as well, this year in 2023, you guys were actually featured on the 75-track compilation project titled Angered Intellectuals. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about this compilation project, and of course, what was it like actually being able to be featured alongside 74 other bands?
It's an immense sort of achievement, really. The bands that you listen to in these compilations are extremely good, phenomenal. And it always surprises me that in the music industry, when you've got such quality there that will be heard, it baffles me. But a lot of these bands, I think they deserve it.
And I got to say, I listened to the majority of that compilation. Like, I mean, obviously 74 songs, well, 75, I should say. It's a lot to take in and kind of like all at once. But I listened to quite a few of them, man. And I got to say, every single song I listened to, I did not skip. It's such a phenomenal compilation. So many amazing bands. Whenever you think a song is killer, the next one is just even better, man.
Yeah, it's good.
But also as well, I have to ask, what is next for not only yourself, Jason, but of course the rest of Blame It on the Dog? Like, is there anything we missed during this afternoon, or in your case, this evening's interview? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote? What was got you here live on the radio station airwaves?
Oh, that's so much. Just busy. We've got a new EP that we're working on with Blame It on the Dog. We aim to have that released by the end of this year. Friday, September the 8th, we'll be announcing or releasing a single, which will be by me. And looking forward to release that too. Then, of course, another band as well called Bad, and we're releasing another release. Whilst I'm also working on mine as well. It's crazy. So much to do.
And obviously, I know how to follow you guys on social media, but for the individuals here in Canada that might just be discovering Blame It on the Dog today, or even 6 months from now, when this interview is like still circling around YouTube to be discovered, how can we actually follow you guys on social media and stay updated on everything you guys got going on, past, present, and of course future?
It's easy to do. We're on Instagram and Facebook as on the Dog UK, and we're on YouTube. You can follow us there. Reverb Nation, Spotify, Amazon, everywhere you'll find us.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, Jason, thank you so much for just coming on the radio station this evening and this afternoon, just talking about your band's history, everything you're currently doing, and of course, everything that is to come, man. It was such an honor speaking with England's finest.
Thank you. Finest of Canada.
I gotta say, man, you are most certainly welcome, but hopefully down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon, but for now, definitely have yourself a phenomenal Sunday evening.
Thank you very much. All the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. We definitely shall talk soon.
Bye-bye.